This right here is what peak Isekai looks like. Did this season have truly explosive moments? You're like, oh my god, like after the dad's death, was there really like that big moment that's like, oh my god, the anime community is going to be roaring about it for weeks on end? Not in the way that typically happens, but when you actually look at the quality from episode 1 all the way to 12, there's a reason why collectively the fandom of Reincarnated as an Aristocrat are jumping for joy knowing that Season 2 is announced for this fall. Really, it's just a split core, but you know what, these anime production companies, they never can make up their mind if it's a season or if it's a second season, you never know. Doesn't matter, we're getting another 12 episodes minimum. This was a show that gave a isekai reincarnated character an incredible ability that rather than putting it all on him to solve everything, he had the eye to be able to pick out talent. And the bombshell of now knowing where the end goal can now go, Emperor Arts, to build a world without war, to have the eye of deduction to build the strongest and best capable people to build a world like that. It's not going to happen overnight, but when you consider the fact that he was already given an incredible position a couple episodes back by the governor or whoever that was, it's definitely possible if he continues to build the relationships he is. I am going to miss this show. I'm absolutely going to miss the Charlotte fan service, I'm not going to deny that. But that's not the only reason we watched that show. That was just the cherry on top. That was the delicious sundae that was Reincarnated as an Aristocrat. Now, of course, I have full live reactions over on Patreon. If you want to see my full and good thought to any of these episodes, it's over there exclusively. So, we get to see the result of this mock battle. And to no real surprise, Rita's side lost. Now, the reason it's not really a surprise was if she lost, it's hard to imagine Hulk Smash, aka Reitz, was going to say, okay, I won, now toss her ass. No, actually, I saw she was talented, so I guess she can stay. No. The only way her staying would make sense is if she won, and in doing so, we get to see a humbleness that was really nice from Reitz, and honestly the characters in general. But the plan was very smart, and the thing I appreciate is that the plan came across and flexed why she's so talented and a great addition to Ars's arsenal. But at the same time, it wasn't so complex to it didn't feel magical. A lot of it was basic booby traps and stuff like that, but the plan basically revolved around, okay, their army is technically stronger than our army, so we need to outnumber them. But how are you going to outnumber them? Okay, well, here it is. You'll make it look like half of our army is, trying to go after him, and then the other half is probably with ours and whatnot. Turns out, actually, it's 2 versus 1. That solves that problem. The other is this girl just never skips leg day and sprints and does a circle and a lap to get to Roswell. It was smart. It was very intelligent, and it made you go, oh, that's really interesting. As even she says, if Charlotte had gone all out, or could go all out, a few second difference, Reitz would have landed his attack first. It's not like she whooped his ass to the point that Reitz is now replaceable. Rather, you replay that battle 10 times, it might be a 50-50 split. It very well could. But they come out both appreciating, and rather than our boy having to, cover her mouth because she's going to speak out of line, it comes down to, damn, you guys are all incredible. She's a ridiculous character. But the idea that we actually got this confirmation, like when she would be drinking and slacking off when everyone else was training, no, she was actually impressed by Reitz, saying, like, I had nothing to add. He's amazing at what he does. These moments are so special because it really lets you feel like, okay, you know what? Each of these characters has a purpose, and while not everyone is always going to get along perfectly, the fact remains that Reitz had to come out of that saying, as much as we may not like it, she whooped our ass. This is not, oh, they played dirty. There is no playing dirty on the battlefield. Like, bitch, kick him in the nuts if you gotta win in a fight, right? The fact remains that her leadership got them the W. And I love the fact that rather than any one character having to excuse her for now being here, it was more of a, maybe we misjudged her. Yeah, she's still a little out there, maybe she will get under our skin, but at the end of the day, she's absolutely talented and worthy of being here. And the fact that she's willingly following ours, going into this, I'm thinking to myself, I trust her, but if she someday stabs us in the back, it'd be an interesting arc. The way she looks at him when Ars talks about wanting to build a world without wars, and how rather than it is building an army to be the strongest in a battle, it's about gathering people to build a world where children can be safe. She is 100% in for the Ars adventure. Like, I absolutely believe that. It was just a very good episode for being fun. A lot of the insanity came from Ars basically getting whiplash as his face is like trying to hold its position as basically she's a bullet chain running. At one point, Reitz falls into like a pitfall trap and he just jumps out. Between her and him, they don't skip leg day. Like, it's just insane to see what they're able to accomplish, and I loved it. It was just so over the top and fun. And that moment when our fiance up there is switching sides because she realizes that he's been holding on to her a little too long. I don't think she hates her, but I think if we ever thought there was a possibility for the trio of women to work together, I think it's definitely Bridges Byrne there. But I think Charlotte and Muriel are too much together as is. You can't also add her, but either way, I leave this having fun. Yeah, can you make the argument, did, you know, certain characters need to get a face full of Charlotte? No, but pretty sure half the community is saying, God, I wish that were me. You know, at the end of the day, this show definitely had some fun little miniature spice moments, but the core thing was actually how good the characterization was, how fun it was, and how it actually had substance. Yeah, I can clickbait you with some titties in the face, but at the end of the day, is that all these episodes are? No, it's just, I know how the internet is, and I know what you degenerates like to click on. Let's not kid ourselves. I'm gonna miss this one, but I'm very happy season 2 is around the corner. I mean, at the end of the day, like I've been saying, especially over the past few weeks, it feels like by the time we leave episode 12, it's like almost like the intro's over and we can really get into the meat and potatoes of the political side. And honestly, that's exactly where we're leaving off, and I'm so excited for more. And honestly, the biggest thing I'm really excited for with the next core is, most importantly, the different type of character pairings we'll get, because Muriel is definitely the one that had the most outcast energy at first, but now that she's more or less accepted, what type of dynamic she'll have and build with different relationships has me really excited. It's not just going to be about teaching the boys how to drink beer, it's going to be fun to see the different pairings and what other spice moments will happen, because at the end of the day, even if Reitz and her butt heads, they're definitely going to push each other to be the best versions of themselves. Let me know what you thought of either this last episode or this season as a whole, because this was definitely one of the bigger pleasant surprises that I wasn't expecting to love, and god damn it, now going into the summer season, I gotta try every single generic isekai title, because who the hell knows what's actually good anymore. Let me know your feelings down below, leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around here, of course ring that bell, and like I mentioned, full live reactions over on Patreon, and hey, while you're over there, I'll also give you a video shout out. Alrighty, so today we got Adol, So Logiki, Void, and Subject 3. So I appreciate the support everyone, please take care and y'all have a good one.